Hey guys, how you doing? This is your favorite trainer. If you guys hear some banging around, I'm at the gym, uh, aka the lab, uh, getting ready to put in a little work myself. But so if you hear a little banging around, don't worry about it. That's just some guys in here working out, man. And I just wanted to just kind of share this thought with you before I get out here and get busy, try to do a little something. Just wanted to share this thought I was having about, how to, there's so many people that, one of the big talks is, how to level up or going to the next level, taking your life to the next level, no matter what that looks like for you. So what I kind of wanted to talk about, I just had this thought I was kind of dealing with, is how to give yourself what I would call your competitive advantage, right? And so when I say competitive advantage, what I'm talking about is just your ability to perform at a high level, right? Your ability to stay on task, to stay focused, right? To be able to learn new skills quickly, right? Skill acquisition is going to be, all of these things that'll give you the advantage, give you the opportunity to put your best foot forward, right? To be able to compete, if you will, at the highest level, right? And really the only competition is yourself, but that's a different video. But just the whole idea of being able to, push yourself, complete task on time, and take your game to the next level, no matter what game you're playing, right? Whether you are, a dad, executive, right? Whether you own your own business, whether you're a busy mom trying to, juggle multiple tasks with kids, all of these different chores, all of these different activities, we want to be able to bring our best self, right, to the tasks that we want to do, right? And so the things that we, kind of have on our plate to be able to perform at an optimal level, right? Because when really taking your life to the next level, it's all about quality, right? It's all about committing to being your best no matter what the task is, right? Typically, it's being to take the smallest things that we have to do in our life, but still doing them with a level of excellence, right? And so what I want to propose to you, and kind of the thought I was having, is that competitive advantage. The thing that creates that competitive advantage is seeing your fitness, your nutrition, right, and your mindset as the bedrock, the foundational things that will give you the competitive advantage, right? And what do I mean by that? What I'm saying is, when it comes to being able to focus, stay on task, perform well, right? Your nutrition, basically, being able to see your nutrition as the foundation, right? Because a lot of times, our inability to stay focused, our inability to fight fatigue, right? To stay on task for a long period of time until we can get those things completed, right? A lot of that, believe it or not, has to do with your nutrition, right? And how you feed your body, how you nourish yourself. If you eat like crap, 9 times out of 10, you're gonna perform like crap, right? And so junk in, junk out, right? And so to give yourself this ability to stay in the game, it's really gonna come down to your nutrition. Believe it or not, it's really gonna come down to how well are you eating? How well are you nourishing your body? Are you choosing foods to actually nourish your body and give your body the energy you need to be able to think clearly? If your job requires you to do any level of critical thinking, right, it really comes down to, well, how are you feeding your brain, right? Are you giving your brain the level of glucose, the carbohydrates that it needs to focus for a long period of time, right? So if your job requires critical thinking, but you eat awful, right? Your eating habits are awful. You're not eating to nourish your body. You're only eating, watch this, to satisfy your appetite. Well, eating to satisfy your appetite is not necessarily going to give you the nutrition you need, to stay in the game and to be able to perform at a high level, right? So whether that requires, if your job or the thing that you're trying to get better at, improve on, the thing that you're trying to do at a level of excellence, right? If it requires physical energy, right? If it's the same scenario, right? If you have to feed your body what you need in order to be able to keep the engine going, for a long period of time, whether you're using your brain, right? Your brain runs off carbohydrates, right? So whether it's your body, your muscles, if you're an athlete and you're trying to take your game to the next level, then again, right, it all comes down to your nutrition and how you feed yourself, right? And I tell people all the time, right? It sounds like a cliche, but I tell people all the time, you cannot out-train a bad diet. And I wish I'm I do pretty good now, but I wish I had taken this advice, years ago, because I've always thought that, being an athlete, and I've always thought that my fitness, if I just got in great shape, that my fitness would be really kind of a bulletproof vest, if you will, that it would protect me, from basically anything that life would throw my way, right? If I just stayed in great shape, that I would never have to worry about getting sick. I'd never have to worry about, the lifestyle diseases that really take people down. But a few years ago, I ran into, long story short, I ended up going to my primary care physician and getting a checkup, and found out that I had an irregular heartbeat, right? That I had AFib. And to be such a young, fit guy, the doctors were like, man, how did you get, what are you doing here? What are you doing with this? And so the only thing that they really could narrow it down to was maybe too much caffeine, like too many energy drinks, right? And that kind of messed up, that caused me to have this irregular heartbeat. And so think about it, man, like, why did I feel the need to, take in all of this artificial energy, right? It's because I'm extremely busy, working a lot of hours, I'm hustling, I'm trying to make it happen, right? I have a wife, I have a big family, I'm running my own business, I have a ministry, I'm trying to, build, pastor a church, I'm being pulled on in so many different directions, right? And feeling like I gotta go, I can't let anybody down, I gotta keep all of these things going. And instead of focusing that effort, putting that attention into my nutrition and allowing my nutrition to fuel me, right? I'm taking in all of this artificial energy, right? And it ends up, causing me some problems later. And so, so that your nutrition has to be the number one thing, right? That's going to give you the ability, man, to stay in the game, right? And so we're all about longevity, no quick fixes, right? And then at the second thing I would say that gives you, kind of lay the foundation for your competitive advantage, sound nutrition, but then you got to get your fitness together, right? So you have to, spend the kind of quality time that you need, finding you a program, man, that works for you, something that you can put yourself into. But one thing I want you to kind of keep in mind when we talk about building a fitness program, it's more than just going to the gym, going through the routines, doing the things you like to do, right? We're talking about how to build a competitive advantage and things, because what we want to be able to do is take the things that we're learning, things that we're training for, and have that transfer over into regular life, right? So, I always looked at personal training as kind of like training for life, right? So what we do in the gym should transfer over into, to our daily activities. And so one of the things I kind of what I do to myself a lot is to put myself in uncomfortable situations in the gym. Right, so like one of the things I'm trying to do now is it's all about learning new skill, right? Because we want to be able to, if we're gonna have that competitive advantage and be able to live life at a higher level and live at a level of excellence, that means, we're gonna be trained. We have to train ourselves to learn new skills quickly, right? The acquisition of new skills, right? To be able to do that quickly. So what I do is I challenge myself in the gym to do that, right? So what I'm doing now is I'm trying to master these two different pieces of equipment. One is called a mace bell, and another one is the kettlebell. And so, I'm working at it. And so we have to be, and so what I try to do is put myself in a position to where, I'm starting at the bottom, right? I'm starting with something that I'm not good at. I suck at it, and realizing like it's okay to suck at it, because to be able to learn a new skill and apply it to your life, you're going to have to be able to start at zero, right? You're going to start with no skill. And so the whole idea is to be able to watch the videos, get training, whatever I need to do, and then to go out in the gym and practice that skill. I still do my regular workouts. I still do my regular thing, but then I'm still on the side, I'm practicing this new skill, right? And so I'm trying to train my brain to be able to quickly learn these new patterns and to do the daily work that's required, right, to create the new neurological pathways in my brain to learn this thing. And so I feel like the more that I do that, the more that I continue to challenge myself to learn new skills, right, physically, that's going to transfer over into other areas of my life. When I have to learn something new, I'll already have that mindset to, not be afraid to jump in there, look crazy, look silly, to be a novice, right? But then to put in that daily practice, right? Because that's what it comes down to being able to put in that daily practice to learn that skill, right? So imagine if I'm learning this new skill, I'm practicing it daily, and I got my nutrition on point to where I can really concentrate, I can really focus, I can stay on task, I can think clearly about the task, then I'm giving myself every possible advantage, right, to learn that skill quickly, and then to be able to go out and implement it and get the return on that, right? And then to practice it daily till I get to the place where I can do that, at a high level of excellence, to where I can bring something quality to the task. I create a level of quality that if I'm building a business, then I can create a product of quality. I can do it quickly, I can innovate quickly, and then I can take a quality product to the market, right? So no matter what you're doing, man, I think that your nutrition, your fitness will play a key role in helping you build that foundation, right? And then the last thing, it really comes down to just your mindset, right? Being in the right frame of mind, having a positive outlook on life, having a really can-do attitude when it comes to, how you approach your daily life, man. And so, one of the things that one of the reasons why I wanted to do this channel, right, is to really kind of help people, make the connection between their physical, spiritual, and mental, right? Like all of it is connected, and to help people to see how, what you do on a daily basis, right? The small things, the little everyday things in life that you do, right, is really what's gonna determine the long-term outcome of your life, right? It's typically not big things, right, but it's just a lot of little things, and then how they're all incorporated together, right? That what you eat affects you physically, your mental attitude affects you physically, and whatever affects you physically affects you mentally, it affects you spiritually, right? And so this whole channel is just all about, me just kind of sharing what I've learned over the years and kind of being in both of these worlds, working as a personal trainer, dealing with people, their motivations and different things like that. And then also being a pastor and being able to look at things from a spiritual standpoint, and then to see how a lot of times our spiritual state is really affected by our natural state, by our physical state, and vice versa, right? And then just showing people, helping people come up with different strategies on how to change some of those. So man, I hope this video was helpful. I'm about to go out here and get busy and mess around with these bales for a little bit. Y'all pray for me. I'll see you on the next video. Bye.